Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you guys are new here. So for today's video, we're doing something a little bit different. We're going to be reacting to your most popular and unpopular opinions about the beauty community. I asked you guys on Instagram and on YouTube what your guys' opinions are about the beauty community, and you guys did not hold back. So you guys want to see what they all are, what my thoughts are on them, then definitely keep watching. Okay guys, so about a couple weeks ago, I saw Robert Welsh post on his YouTube channel, him reacting to everyone's most popular and unpopular opinions about the beauty community. So this video is actually inspired by him. I'll make sure I'll link his video down below. Please go check it out. But I had so much fun reading your guys' responses. Some of you guys are just being really sweet and like leaving really nice opinions. Some of you guys are really sweet and just leaving some really nice opinions. A lot of you guys did not hold back, and I actually really appreciate that. I have a whole list of them right here. We're going to kind of go through them. I'm going to react to them. I'm going to give you guys my opinions on them, and we're just going to do something a little fun. It's a little different. First thing we have is some of it is totally toxic, and I have to say that is 100% facts. Like 100% facts. I think the reason why it can be so toxic is that there's so much money to be made in the beauty community. Like, the beauty community can make you so much freaking money. I personally have not experienced that. Like, I have not experienced personally making a lot of money off of YouTube or beauty content in general.
Help me, I'm poor.
No. But I have known people to make a lot of freaking money. Like, I've seen it with my physical eyes, and I'm like, holy shit, that's goals. Like, that's goals. Like, to do something you're so passionate about and make a killing doing it, that's goals. I'm not gonna lie. But I think because this is such a money hungry industry, it's why people can get so toxic. And I think a lot of it has to do with people just being so insecure and so jealous of other people's successes. This is like the weirdest thing for me, because I have worked a lot of jobs since I was 18. I'm 33 now. And I have never seen a more competitive job than this. And it's the weirdest thing, because I was a server at Disney for 11 years. So you think that there'd be some sort of like competitiveness at Disney, but it's not. Like, it's so different. Like, everybody had their own table, and everybody had their own table, their own section. Everybody did their own work, but everybody's also a team player. We all helped each other out. We helped each other get those tips, get that coin, get that money. We helped each other out. It was a team building experience. And you think it'd be the same thing on YouTube, but like, you think it'd be the same thing like when it comes to social media, particularly the beauty community, but oh my gosh, it's not. Like, it's not. Now, I will say the beauty content creators that I have personally interacted with have been nothing but kind and amazing and so helpful. I'm not kidding when I say that there has been some people that I've been talking to recently who have been so inspiring to me, who have pushed me out of my comfort zone to do better, create better content, create better thumbnails. Like, they're really educating me on how to be just a better overall content creator, and they know who they are. I freaking love them. They're so sweet. But I feel like with like the smaller beauty community, I feel like it's not really that toxic, but the bigger one, I can see it. It's 100%, but it has to just do with everybody wanting to get that coin, everybody wanting to be the number one, everybody wanting to get that brand to pay attention to them, to pay them those big bucks. It's just because there's money involved. I guarantee you, if there was no money involved in the beauty content world, you would not see any toxicity in the slightest. And you're also dealing with like a lot of girls, and girls can just be really freaking mean and catty to begin with. Let's just be realistic here. Some influencers get to a point where they only care about views/money and not their audience. Oh, absolutely. It's so obvious. It's so obvious when you can tell when a creator cares about their audience versus when they care about getting that quick coin. It's very, very obvious. I will say that I think the biggest obvious is how people are on YouTube versus like TikTok. It's a whole different world on TikTok. I literally cannot stand when I see someone doing an undisclosed ad. Cannot stand it. I cannot stand when they're doing an undisclosed ad. And I'm gonna do a perfect example. This is no shade to this creator. I really do enjoy their content. I think they're absolutely beautiful. But this creator, Meredith Duxbury, she just recently did an Essence blush review, and you can clearly tell that it was an ad, because at the very bottom of her description she put #ad. It was not visible within the first line. She did not state in the video that this was a ad, sponsored, nothing. She did not indicate that this was an ad at all, and to me that's deceptive marketing. Thank God people are waking up to the idea that, hey, people are doing ads and they're not disclosing it. It's so easy to get away with it on TikTok versus YouTube for some reason, but that just kind of tells me that at that point, I'm not saying this about her, but this is just like in general with a lot of the creators on there, that they just want to get that quick coin. They don't really care about the product. They don't really care about the brand. They just want to make the money off of you. I've never taken a sponsorship from a brand that I didn't thoroughly enjoy and love working with and have used their products time and time again. I think the most sponsorships you guys have seen here truly is Bling Brushes and Ofra Cosmetics. But how many, every video I use Bling Brushes, and how many times you guys see me always using Ofra? Like, those are brands I know and love, and I would never sell you guys something that I wouldn't, because I value you guys more than anything, because I would not be sitting in this position if it wasn't for you. And I can safely say that there are so many other creators who feel the exact same way, put their audience first. It's just kind of your job as an audience, as a viewer, to kind of sort those creators out and figure out who's really in it for the money and who's in it genuinely to do honest reviews and to really care about the audience. That's just kind of up to the viewer discretion. Like I said, I'm not trying to throw shade to her whatsoever. I really do enjoy her content, but it's just really frustrating to see that happening time and time and time again without there being any sort of consequences. Because if you did that shit on YouTube, it's a whole different ball game. I always disclose when there's any sort of sponsorship, or if I'm gifted anything. I have no shame in saying that. I'm proud of it. Like, they should be too, because that's a big achievement. So yeah, I can definitely say that that is 100% facts. I feel like it's dying because makeup is so expensive with the economy that we have now. I would want to agree with you on that, but if you really kind of look at the way things are happening right now, it's hard to believe that it's thriving. Think of all the brands right now that are releasing so many makeup products on a weekly basis. I mean, so many brands are releasing so much stuff right now. Granted, things are not selling out the way they used to, but brands are pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. Now, I'm sure as the year progresses and we kind of get further into like the recession and things really start to go south, I'm sure then we're going to see a slowdown like we did with the pandemic in 2020, like a major halt in the beauty community. People stop buying makeup. And I feel like right now it's slowly starting to happen again, where people are just kind of getting over the overconsumption of makeup, because in reality, I have so much makeup that I don't even need. And I will be doing a declutter later this year as well. But I feel like that's the way for so many consumers as well, is we consume so much, and then we have FOMO, we have the fear of missing out of like a product that launches, like, oh, we have to get it because everybody's talking about it, and then you get it, and then how often do you really use it? You know what I mean? So I feel like definitely it's like yes, it can be dying, but like at the same time it's thriving. But I do think that down the line, I definitely think you're going to see a slowdown for sure. People still watch makeup YouTube. Views are there from creators, example, Morgan Turner. Oh my gosh, Morgan Turner. She's freaking killing it. I am so freaking proud of her. I started following Morgan when she had probably had like 60,000 subscribers. She is the absolute sweetest, and she is killing it right now. And that to me shows that there are still people there consuming makeup content on YouTube. And I'm like, okay, goals. She's doing it right, and I'm so freaking proud of her. So that just kind of makes me keep being motivated, going, okay, she can do it, I can do it. And so I do agree with you that the views are still there. It's just, I guess, hitting the right algorithm, making the right content, posting the right thing at the right time. Luck happens. But yeah, she's doing fantastic, and I'm so freaking proud of her, because I know how hard that is to grow, and she has grown tremendously. And I think she's proving that, you know what? People still here are consuming beauty content, so I gotta keep going. 99.9% of the beauty community is warm and so supportive. People label us as toxic because of the 0.1%. Yeah, absolutely. When I went to the Glamlight event, everybody was so sweet to me. I have not come across anyone there that was mean, that was so like, why are you here? Like, nothing. People made me feel so welcome. Like, when I met Chris and Dominique, I was like, holy shit, like, you were one of the first people I watched on YouTube, besides Laura and Katie were like one of the first few people that I watched on YouTube. And here she is sitting right in front of me, and she was so sweet, she was so pleasant, she had a conversation, she was very helpful, like, you know, talking about like how, you know, how hard YouTube can be, you got to push through it. She was telling me about her beginning journey on YouTube. Like, she didn't have to take the time out of her day to have a conversation with me, because she had friends there who were wanting to talk to her. She had another event to go to, but she took the time of her day to talk to me, and I thought that was incredibly sweet. It's something you really don't see that often. And then throughout the evening, as more and more people kept coming at the table, they're talking to Manny, they were so sweet to me. No one gave me the vibe of like, oh, you shouldn't be here. And then all the other content creators I have talked to since then, and even before then, have been nothing but kind to me. So I definitely do agree that there's so many different positive people out there. It's just the 1% that can like really be the face of it and can ruin so much. But I feel like that's kind of like when the drama channels come into play, because that's all that's being featured is the drama, the 1%ers, and not the 99.9% that's over here going, wait, we're still positive, we're still fun, we don't have drama. Like, I hopefully, oh Koa just freaking shook something. But hopefully, like, people will start to realize, you know, hey, we're here, and that the drama channels will kind of steer away from the drama and the toxicity, but that's how they make their money, so they're probably not going to. But I agree with you. There's so many different positive influencers out there that are not toxic. Drugstore makeup is just as good quality as high-end makeup. No need to spend your money. I absolutely agree. I've recently started doing a lot more drugstore hauls on my channel, trying a lot more drugstore products, and I've really been falling in love with this. Some of the bronzers are freaking incredible. Some of the blushes are incredible. The foundations have been really good. The primers have been really good. The setting powders have been really good. I haven't really come across a drugstore product that I haven't honestly liked besides the L'Oreal foundation, which we're going... Shit. Oh. Oh my god, which we're gonna give another chance. I'm so surprised it didn't break. Which we're gonna give another chance. And like my glosses and my lips have all been like drugstore. I've been falling so in love with that. It's what I'm wearing right now. It's drugstore lips right now, and I've really been enjoying it. So I would definitely agree that the drugstore is kind of where it's at. And if you really think about it, if you were to really do some real research about the makeup companies, you would see that most of these makeup companies we know are owned by a big umbrella. So like L'Oreal is owned by like Les Estee Lauder, and they own this, and this, and they're all the same company, just under different brands, different names. But if you really look at the ingredients and look at who's manufacturing it, you'd be surprised to find out that they all pretty much come from the same place. I feel like TikTok is going to die soon and YouTube will make a comeback. I secretly wish that's the case for my own like selfish reasons. One, I do love a good TikTok. I do love scrolling on TikTok and like finding fun videos to watch and laughing. I mean, like TikTok can be really, really fun. But at the same time, I do feel like TikTok has definitely put a hinder on the beauty community on YouTube because everybody really wants that short form content. Everybody's going over to TikTok to watch the newest reviews, the newest products, and it's kind of so hard to get into a 1 minute review. Like, how can you honestly review a product in 1 minute? To me, that just doesn't make sense in my mind. Maybe I'm old school. I don't know. I grew up on YouTube. It's so hard to do a 1 minute review on TikTok and be like, all right, this is it. Like, I like to do a thorough review of a product, you know, do 30 minutes, then do wear tests throughout the day, come back and talk about it, reuse the products again and again and again on YouTube. So it's just really hard to believe that, like, it's just really hard to, like, really believe those reviews I see, because I also know that you can heavily edit on TikTok. You can't on YouTube. I don't. You guys can always see my full imperfections on my face, my pores. Like, I don't ever hide anything. It's also a lot harder because I don't know how people add filters onto the YouTube videos. I know that was a thing back in the day, but I don't do that, and I know so many other content creators that don't either. But on TikTok, it is so easy. So I feel like it's also just deceptive. So I really do hope that people do start to come back to YouTube for longer reviews and more in-depth reviews, and hopefully it makes a comeback. I'm hoping. Not every picture needs a heavy filter to be beautiful. 100%. 100%. If you guys actually go on my Instagram and you actually look at my photos, I don't like filter anything. Like, I don't use, like, I think the only thing I do is help to color grade the photo, because sometimes the photos on here don't always come out the best. So I help to color grade it just to lighten the colors. But you will always see my imperfections. You'll see my pores. You'll see my textures. You'll see the redness in my eyes. Like, I don't filter anything like that, because at the end of the day, we all have skin texture. And I used to be so self-conscious of going out in public with like a full face of makeup, even like this, because I'm taught that this is not okay. I'm taught that large pores is not okay. Having textures on your skin is not okay. And it makes me so self-conscious, because I'm like, oh my gosh, like my makeup does not look like anything that you see on TikTok or on Instagram. I have a very textured face. I have very large pores. And when you see me in person, it's really obvious. And it used to make me so self-conscious. But then at the same time, I'm like, why am I being so self-conscious? Because everybody has texture. Everybody has pores to a degree. Like, no one's skin looks absolutely flawless. Like, no one's skin looks absolutely flawless. We all have our own imperfections, and it's life. And I just think that it's time that we embrace it. We embrace our body and our face for what it is, because it's not going anywhere. It's us. This is who we are. And I just feel like it makes it so more realistic when people show skin texture, because there are going to be young girls and boys growing up that are going to see that, and they're going to think that's not okay. These pores are not okay. These pimples are not okay. This hyperpigmentation, this rosacea, it's not okay. And yes, it is. It's completely okay. It's natural. It's human. And it's okay to have. And I just wish that people would stop filtering their pictures and their videos, so people could actually see that, what a real skin looks like, and know that you can still be beautiful and have large pores. You can still be beautiful and have a lot of acne on your face. Like, People need to start embracing it. And I'm right there with you. I just wish they would stop heavily editing their photos because it's just so unrealistic. Too much stuff coming out. How do we keep up with it all? Honestly, I don't keep up with it. I can't. I financially cannot keep up with it. And even if I could, I wouldn't want to, because to me, it's just over consuming. Look at all those big creators that get so much PR. Majority of them never featured on their channel or their TikToks. They always give them away in donations or giveaways or give back to charity or give it to friends and family. No one needs this much makeup because you're never going to use this much makeup. So I feel like with all these companies releasing so much at one time, it definitely is like, what do I do? What do I do? So I feel like you just got to kind of pick and choose what you really, really want and you know that you're going to use. And if it's something that you want down the line, then you could definitely pick it up, but only get what you know you're going to use. Don't let it just go to waste, because then it's just harmful to your wallet, harmful to the environment. And yeah, I definitely feel like there is a lot coming out right now, but that's also why like I have slowed down and I've been buying a lot more drugstore products because I've been genuinely really loving them, and I've been using them over and over and over again. Like I think my most used foundation right now is this freaking Revlon Longwear Color Stay. I have been using this so much and I really do enjoy this, and this was like freaking $11 foundation that I just recently discovered doing a full face of new drugstore makeup, and I can't get enough of this. I keep using the same products over and over that I just bought recently because I'm really enjoying it, and I just want to definitely make my collection go down even smaller and really start to use what I have. Now it sucks because my job is to review stuff, but at the same time I'm more picky about what I buy. It has to be something I really want. The next one says, you give a brand a positive review even if the product sucks, just to stay on the brand's good side. So I can definitely say that people do this, but I'm not one of them. If you guys have not seen, just in general, whenever I review any sort of product, I'm always very honest. Like you guys have seen me review like BoxyCharm and Ipsy. I've been on their PR list since 2020, and I don't hide the fact that their boxes sucks. Some are great, some are great, but most of them suck, and I never hide the fact that they suck. Whenever I do bling brushes, whenever I get their products in, I talk about brushes I'm not going to use. Like I could be like, oh, this is amazing, but why would I say that? I'm not going to use the brush. You know what I mean? I have no problem saying when something works for me and when something doesn't. When I did the Blend Bunny Primal palette, some of the shades fell out. I was struggling to get it to work, and I was very honest in that video because at the end of the day, if I want your product, I'm going to buy it. I don't need you to send it to me to review a product. Granted, it's nice for my bank account. It's nice to get a video up a little bit early, but like I don't need that. If I really wanted your product, I just buy it. But there are people out there who completely do that just to stay on the PR list. I don't get why. I'll never understand it, but that's something that they have to deal with. It says that's something I have to deal with. So there has been a bunch of lies since day one. We need true beauty reviews. They exist. I promise you, they exist. You just gotta find them. I think that if you come more to YouTube, you guys will find genuine reviews than TikTok. Only reason why I say that is just because on TikTok, you do have the ability to pretty much filter the videos. People lie because they want to go viral really fast, and you just gotta be kind of more vigilant on who you watch and who you trust. Like just get the vibe, see how they interact with their audience, and I promise you the real reviews, they do exist out there. You just gotta find the ones that do. Most large influencer reviews are paid for. I feel like yes, but then I feel like no. Like I generally don't know. I'd have to see the video itself to kind of gauge and tell if like it's an ad. Like I personally don't think that any of Tati reviews are paid for. I think she's very genuine when she does her reviews. I don't think she cares to ever take a dime from anybody unless she really supports the brand. So like there are some that just could care less. I don't think Manny sells out either. I don't think Laura sells out. I think there's definitely quite a few of them who are still very genuine. It's just kind of a matter of what it is. But I do think there's some out there who do reviews that are paid for 100%. But I just think that I think it's more the YouTubers that don't, but TikTokers, I think they do, sadly. I think for me, and maybe this is considered an unpopular opinion, is when beauty gurus would upload tutorials and make reviews and makeup reviews and title it The Truth About, why not just title it Honest Review or My Honest Opinion. So I can say that the reason why I think beauty reviewers do that is because you want to have, unfortunately, a clickbaity title. In order to really be seen by YouTube, you want to grab someone's attention. So by them saying the truth about, that's going to grab you more than just my honest opinion, my honest review. Because for you, you might find that boring. But if you see the truth about, you're going to go, ooh, what's the tea? What's the scandal? I want to know. What's the drama? You're going to click on it. Unfortunately, it's just human nature to be very curious. I'm a very curious person too. And if I had to pick a video to watch, I would click on the truth about versus my honest review. personally, I would, because I'd be like, ooh, what type of tea are they spilling? I want to know. I'm curious. So I feel like that's exactly why they make those titles the way they do, because it's very clickbaity, it's very catchy, and it draws the people in. But I can definitely see what you're saying, but that's why they do it. No judgment at all, but why do influencers keep promoting one size? I thought we all agreed that Patrick Star is a very, very sucky person. Just curious. Did something happen that I don't know about? Because I didn't know he was a sucky. What happened? That's kind of news to me. I will say that I think One Size does have some pretty good products when it comes to oily skin, because Patrick Star is pretty oily himself, and he does create products for oily skin, and it's so hard. It's so hard to find a lot of brands that cater to oily skin. I feel like we're kind of like the forgotten skin type in terms of all the new makeup releases the last 2 years. Oily skin is always down at the very bottom for some reason. So I feel like that's why a lot of people still really do enjoy the brand, because there are a lot of products geared towards oily skin. But I didn't know that. Did something happen? So this one I thought was actually really interesting. It says beauty influencers only care about makeup for the content, don't really enjoy it on the daily. P.S. Love you. So I personally, I love makeup. I do. Like, I love makeup. I love makeup long before I created YouTube. I love makeup even when I'm offline. But I will say I don't wear makeup daily. Like, on the days that like I'm not filming, I'm not really wearing makeup, because I'm also giving my skin a minute to breathe. And it's also kind of nice to not wear makeup every single day. Like, if I'm going out and I'm doing stuff, I'll absolutely do a full face of makeup. If I'm going to the Disney theme parks, ain't no way I'm wearing makeup, because it gets so hot and sweaty and just disgusting. But also throw on some, brow gel, also throw on some eyelash, also throw on some mascara, like a gloss. Like, I will always have something on. I don't know, I feel like when you do beauty content, I would hope that you love it outside of the content itself, because I know I do, and like, I buy stuff literally for myself. There's stuff that I bought that I've never reviewed and never showed it to you guys, because I generally haven't just been enjoying the product for me. I bought it for me, and I didn't buy it for review. So I still enjoy it. I think so many other content creators do as well, but I think there probably are some out there who just do it just to do it, but don't love it anymore. But I think you can kind of tell from how they do their reviews or how they do their style content. Like, you can see who generally still really loves it and who generally is just like, I'm doing it just because I can make money off of it. But it's kind of obvious. You can tell who those are. Last but not least, it says, I don't get why Michaela is so popular. Am I missing something? She doesn't do it for me. So I think Michaela got so popular because for the longest time she was doing genuine reviews, and she was very honest, and she was just something different. She was a different voice to the beauty community. She was rough, she was vulgar, she didn't hold back. She said exactly what she felt about a product and what she didn't like about a product. She never held back, and I think that was really refreshing for people on TikTok to see someone being authentically themselves. But I do think that over time people evolve, people grow, and I just think that she won't be for everybody, just like I'm never going to be for everybody. There's some people who's going to click on my video and be like, ew, who's she? Ew, I don't like her, for whatever reason, and that's their prerogative. I just think that Michaela is just one of those people that you either love or you hate, and I just know that she won't be for everybody. And she does really pretty looks. I remember when I took a class from her back in 2020, she was very helpful. She was very educating, and she was very knowledgeable. So I think that's what makes people really kind of, go to her and look for advice when it comes to a makeup product. I think at the end of the day, she's one of those people you either love or hate. Same with like Jacqueline, you either love or hate her. It's just one of those people that you do, and I feel like that the truth can be said for everybody. Like, people are gonna love me, people are gonna hate me, and it is what it is. No one will be everybody's cup of tea. So yeah, guys, that is all the popular or unpopular opinions on the beauty community. If I didn't get to all of you guys, I do apologize. This was so fun. I definitely want to do this again. I kind of like, responding to your guys' questions or assumptions and kind of give you guys my own, opinion on it and whatnot, but it's a lot of fun. I'll make sure that I link everything I'm wearing my face down below, but yeah, guys, that is it for today's video, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure you guys give this video a cheeky thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already, so I do post 4 to 5 videos every single week. Make sure you guys head over to my other channels, R for Life. You guys get to see my cool, wonderful adventures, my amazing husband, Corey. And as always, the biggest thank you goes to these beautiful, wonderful Patreon members you guys see right here. Thank you guys so much for everything. And to my subscribers and viewers, thank you guys so much for being here. Whether you guys like this video, you guys thumbs down this video, you guys subscribed, you guys did not subscribe, either way, thank you guys so much for being here. I love and appreciate each and every single one of you. So with that said, guys, I love you, and I'll see you guys in a very next video. Bye. To leave me what you guys think is to leave me your comments down below. I asked you guys on Instagram and on YouTube what your opinions are about the beauty. I asked you guys on YouTube and on Instagram, and I was like, oh my god, that is such a good idea. on. I'm about to quit. I'm about to quit. I'm about to quit. To do something that you're so like to do something that you're so passionate about and make a killer do it. You saw like a major haul and like makeup. You saw like a major haul. I just found it so hard to grab. I just found it so hard to really dive. And I just